Hi, I'm Van Colby, your host of Grant's 10-Minute Meals, and today we're going to be making something very special. We're going to be making Mongolian beef stir fry. Now, the ingredients that you'll need for this recipe are bottom round steak, thin, carrots, onions, minced garlic, cornstarch, our staple, very teriyaki, and soy sauce. We're going to do something special today. Joining me now is my special guest, Lori Mills, who is the building inspector over code enforcement in Bluefield. Lori, thank you for joining me.
Thank you so much for having me. Hi, everybody.
Now, you and I have been talking for a while, and you've been wanting to come on and cook with me. Tell me what you get out of Grant's 10-Minute Meals.
Well, as a working mother, it's so nice to have something quick and easy. And I would say 9 times out of 10, whatever you're making, in the next few days, I'm making it too. So I'm excited to be here.
Well, I'm excited to have you, and I appreciate you checking out Grant's 10-Minute Meals. Now, later in the show, we'll tell you how you can be a guest on Grant's 10-Minute Meals. First, Lori, I want you to come help me, if you will.
Sure.
Take the cornstarch, and I want you to stir that into the beef. Stir it up good. And put you a little bit of Lowry seasoned salt on it. Now, I swear by this Lowry seasoned salt. You told me you use this too.
I do. I love that. Absolutely.
Just gives your, your meal a certain je ne sais quoi to me. Anyways, I saw this dish on Facebook, but they did it in a crock pot. And I'm like, well, we can do that in a wok.
Absolutely.
So, here we are. All right, Lori, now that you got that stirred up a little bit, let me have that.
Sure.
Now, while I'm doing that, if you will, I want you to take the rice and plate the rice while I put the beef in the wok. Now, I'm also going to take a little bit of very teriyaki and put that in there. And Lori, I'm also going to take a little bit of soy sauce. Not a lot, just a little bit. And we're going to start stirring this in. Now, Lori, the reason why we're using the cornstarch is the cornstarch acts as a thickening agent. And a lot of times, I'm almost ashamed to say this, but it took me a while to realize when I would do like beef stir fry or something like that, I'd have all this au jus left and it'd be kind of runny. And I thought to myself, maybe if you use a little cornstarch, it'll thicken it up. And when I saw this recipe online and they put the cornstarch directly on the meat, I'm like, there we go. Now, Lori, take the minced garlic, if you will, that fork. Need to put a little bit in the dish.
You tell me when to stop.
Go ahead. I like heavy on the garlic. A little bit more, and there we go.
All right.
Now, if you look over there, there's some onions and carrots.
Sure.
Throw them right in there.
Oh, it smells so good already.
It does smell good. And we've already cooked rice, go ahead. We already put the rice in there on the plate. So when we get ready to dish, we'll already have this up. Now, I like my carrots. I don't want my carrots all cooked up. I want them a little
crunchy.
Little crunchy. And I'm going to give you one of my, that's the very teriyaki, if you will. I'm going to share a little secret with you. You notice that we were doing onions? Well, of course, I had to chop those onions. I'm going to put a little bit more in here. Just give me a little sauce. Whenever you're doing onions, if you cut onions and the smell's on your hand, put a little bit of dishwashing detergent on your hands and rub your hands on the stainless steel in your sink. Takes away the smell of garlic. Yes. And onions as well. Girl, this is smelling good. I'm so glad you decided to join us today. Now, while this is cooking, I got a question for you.
Sure.
As I said, you are the building inspector over code enforcement. What's the toughest part about your job?
Oh, the toughest part. Let's see. I guess the hardest part is somebody's always mad. Either the person who's calling to complain about their neighbor's mad because they're not cutting the grass, or you're sending a notice to somebody to tell them to clean up their trash or their cut their grass, and they're mad because you sent them a notice.
Yeah.
So I guess that's the toughest part, is the public relations. I mean, you have to be firm and get the job done, but you also have to be human and realize that things come up, and you have to really know how to work with people.
Now, if someone has a complaint and they want to report whether it's the grass or whether it's trash on someone's property or porch, what steps do they take to contact you?
The easiest way is to use our app. It's called Fix It Bluefield. It's online, of course, and you just go and put the address and the problem, and that immediately goes to the proper department. The other ways, of course, would just be to send an email to one of the three of us. There's myself and the two code enforcement officers, Alex Ellison and Tyler Myers. You can find their email addresses online, or just give us a call. Okay. So there are several ways to let us know that there's a problem, and we'll take care of it.
And you guys have been instrumental in helping us out on Frederick Street. Because, you know, we have that lot that, you know, is a little neglected. Right. You guys have been so helpful for that. And we really, really thank you. Now, let's dish. Tell me something exciting going on in Bluefield that not a lot of people may know about.
Well, most people, if you've driven down College Avenue, you've seen that there's a lot of construction going on at what used to be the Greater Bluefield Community Center. The community center was, the city took that over February the 1st. So I think one of the most exciting things is the fact that we're doing a complete renovation on that building. And in conjunction with the community center's grand reopening, we're having a contest for College Avenue residents. So anyone that lives on College, I think there's about 210 residents on College Avenue alone. We're going to have a contest for the best yard, the best flowers, so on and so forth. It's absolutely free, and there are some wonderful prizes that will be given out to the winners, and the public gets to vote. So I know we put one in a yard today. You'll start to see these green signs go up in everyone's yard with the number. That's how you know they're part of the contest, and you know, you can vote for them. So we're very excited about all of the changes on College. We're working on a lot of intersections on College. We're doing all these renovations to the community center. We're really beautifying that particular area in conjunction with the grand reopening, which will be in August.
Wonderful. Now tell me what's so special about the community center. What's different? What are you guys trying to accomplish, you know, when it comes to attitude, atmosphere, equipment, whatever?
Right. Well, I think it's no secret there are several gyms that have just opened up, and I'm sure they're wonderful. The one thing that we want to focus on at the community center, the Fit Rec as we're calling it, is the fact that we're very family oriented for younger kids to be able to play basketball, to be able to swim lessons, aquatics for, you know, middle-aged folks like myself. So we really want to cater to the families with the new center.
Well, I'm certainly glad that the city took that over. It's just right down the street from where I live, so I'm excited about, you know, getting to use it. Now, I heard they give veterans a discount.
I think they do, yes.
Well, I'm looking forward to that too, because I'm a veteran. And we here at Grant Supermarket, we have been asking folks for donations for the Always Free Honor Flight, and it's just been overwhelming, the response that we've gotten from that. And we've collected quite a bit of money, you know, thanks to Ron Martin and Dream of Denver. Dream of God, Lord, honey, you know, you've done so much for veterans, you know. Your reward is in heaven. They probably got a halo waiting on you.
That is such a wonderful program. It really is. It's every year. It's just, it seems like it gets bigger and better. It's
and all the money stays, you know, right here for veterans.
For our locals.
Nobody's getting paid, and it is for the local folks. Well, I think we've just about cooked it up, Lori.
Oh, it smells so good.
It smells real good. Now, coming through hot, I'm going to plate this up.
Yeah, let my rice down just a little
Yes.
Oh, that looks so good.
And you see how thick that is?
Mm-hmm.
It's not runny, like, you know, I've had it before. I ain't gonna lie, I've made plenty of mistakes in the kitchen. And I'm gonna cut the stove off, I already did. Doesn't that look wonderful?
It does.
Well, I want to thank you for joining me.
Thank you so much, Bang, for
And if
having
you
me.
too would like to join me in the kitchen, just hit us up on Facebook or message me, and we'll see if we can make that happen. Now, if you want to find out what's going on in the kitchen, join us every first and third Wednesday of the month. But if you really want to know what's cooking, join us at one of our 16 locations near you. Grant Supermarket, the best friend your budget ever had. Girl, we gonna eat.